some analysis here on the Australian versus New Zealand dollar. I got the 4-hour chart up here, and with the 4-hour chart, every vertical line here is 1 week, and this is just the closing prices. And I'm using an indicator that I got, and it's basically, probably most platforms have it. It's a 100 pip line, horizontal lines. So basically every penny is listed horizontally, because only because looking at this right now, I really do want to buy this thing as it's tanking, because I'm counter trend trader, and I certainly want to buy a little bit here, but I want to buy more down here, quite a bit actually, more down there, just because it just seems like we're coming into this it just keeps bouncing off this trend line. To me, these are good trades, even though the market's going down. Or you could take the downside for sure. This is a great trade, but I just like these trades here. Don't know why. And then here is the the channel's kind of widening, but I guess you could say there was an attempted breakout here. It failed, so actually that was probably a better place to sell psychologically than any other place. And I just I put these tools up here because I'm tired of dragging, trying to go up and get them. So yeah, if I just come through here really quick and just, without even thinking about it, just the first time you see the chart, the first 10 seconds, 5 seconds, you just immediately start throwing in, just find every top. Just how fast can you find a top and just put it in there. It's pretty dumb. It's pretty simple. Here's a top. Okay, you're done with the tops. Now you come in, find the bottoms. Okay, here's a bottom. Here's a bottom. Gee, the market stopped, turned around there. It's crazy. Oh, wow, stop, turn around there. Wow. Oh, wow, look at that. Ooh, what? Doing? Oof, went through that bottom. So, where's the next place it's going to land? Okay, I've done this a million times, and it works. Now, I don't have the, I didn't turn on my 100, I don't know how much I'm risking yet, but I can see the pattern's lovely. And the risk you worry about later, but here would be my favorite internal projections off of this, where you're coming underneath the undercut, and then you're getting this trend line break here that could be the epicenter here, the vector, and I come into this area here, and of course I'd buy more down here. This is pretty difficult trading if you're not a scale trader. You're if you bought a little bit here, you buy the smallest they let you buy. I would say buy about 10 times more here, and buy about 30 times more here, and just keep buying all the way till you blow. You're almost ready to blow up that one account, presupposing you've got more than one broker. Let's hope. Otherwise, what's the point? You can't. But so here's the steep view, and now I'm going to turn on my risk indicator, and see if I can. Here we go. So this is my risk indicator. I'm going to come back, start over from scratch here. So here's my risk indicator, which would be how much am I going to risk on this trade? Well, if I buy here a little bit below this 100 pip handle, which amazingly it bounced off of, it's the funniest thing I've ever seen. So yeah, that's a good trade. A 50 pip bounce off a round handle, good trade. This one, not so much, because you didn't really get there, but you screeched into the corner of that 100 pip handle, and here's the 100 pip bounce, and here's the... So if you're trying to sell that thing on a top bottom here, I'd say definitely this would be premium. You're near the 100 pip handle. You've got this confluence here. You got this trend line that you bring it all the way up to here, and you got a perfect setup there. So that's the ultimate setup. You got the third hit on the trend line. You got the reversal. You got the bottom becoming a top. And if you turn on the candles, of course, it looks like a mess, right? And this spike here is like, whoa. I mean, of course, if you had to take profit in here on, of course, you did great on that trade. Of course, the setup for that entry would have been, but it's just a totally different picture. It would have been this bottom here, I suppose. The breakout traders got in there, and certainly there was a chance to get in here on the failed. On a smaller time frame, there's probably a perfect entry here, but just in terms of switching between these two indicators, which would be a candle and a line, is a dramatic display of market makers and timing the market. If you're going to time the market, and they say you can't, which is absolute garbage. You can time the market. You can not only time it, but you can price it. Okay, so you see this trend line break, crossover, find support there. Okay, that's a valid entry. You don't need you don't want to use in this technique. You don't want to use any other things, because this is all you need to know. The guys that got in on this trend line break, that was a nice trade. Of course, up into this, wow. This sell here would have been, certainly you would have made money there, but see, it comes back into this top bottom again. Okay. You gotta kind of just see that double top became a bottom. Bam, bam. This is like a ball falling down a stairway, but it's very random tumble. But nature has a way of healing itself, and the people that want to project their belief systems onto these charts, that's the problem. So it hit 100 pips. Okay, so how much can I make here? Well, I think I could do pretty good by just placing orders really deep down here in no man's land. And my favorite strategy or tactic is to I can't seem to get down to that low price because the scale is just so jacked up here. I have to go to the monthly and then set the scale there. Okay. Yeah, of course. Always with the okay. It's difficult to manipulate if you fix the scale on a currency that's going into no man's land, you have to go back to unfixed scale to find your okay, so let me compress this out so see where my signals are on that, or signals are not really signals, I guess they're just structural failures in something. Zoom in one more notch. Certainly perspective is very critical, certainly as far as risk to reward ratio. Now this would be 100 pips a week squared out, and like a kind of a GAN situation, I suppose. I don't know, all these people, come on. You got to figure out how much you can risk. So if you bought a smallest your broker allows right here, and now you got to start thinking about never adding until it gets down here. If it doesn't make it down there, then just buy a little bit at the market every 8 hours or every 20 hours or every day as it's tanking, because there's nothing you can do about, because this is 1 week. So if you bought once a day into that, even into this, if you bought, okay, this was, it fell out of bed here. I think this was either Sunday or Friday. Probably Friday right there. Okay, little bounce, and then it consolidated in the middle of the week and then exploded up. That was a good trade, 75 pips, right? That was great. So right now, strategy would be put a trend line in here. You're like, wow, this has got to be oversold. I'm certainly, it's all the indicators are saying it's oversold, and it might even be, depending on the pace of your oscillator, it's getting divergence. I mean, that's really getting off the map here. Of course, let's just go to the monthly and see where we're at in the big picture. Of course, you know, all that analysis looks pretty funny at that level. But, let me take that off there so I can see the, but I just want to take a look at the monthly before I finish this thing off. Because the monthly is kind of funny as far as the 100 pip handles go. How it just so perfectly, is got these killer, we're inside the undercut here of the giant, it's the same pattern as when the Dow Jones collapsed in 2008. It's coming into the cleft of this. It's coming down into the killer price entries. But look at this thing just off this 100 pip handle. Right now we're below. We're down in here. So this would be 100 pips per 100 pips a year. Is what I'm at here. So 100 pip handles, and that's 1 year. That's 12 bars. And so this is a ripe area. Here's a top, right at the round handle, internal top. I find that to be a great entry. And then here, so I would buy all the way. I would just take the whole, you know, just place pendings all the way down. Small orders, 100 pips apart. Of course, small would be determining, like, if you drive a Ferrari, they might be 100. It might be a standard lot every 100 pip handles. But if you're driving a Volkswagen, maybe you're at, like, you're buying 10Ks every 100 pips, and you just walk away from the trade. I mean, you know, close the books on that broker, put it in the drawer. You got like $50 in the account, or you got $5,000 in the account, and you're like, yeah, whatever. And then just like same thing with gold, you know, you got orders at 900, you know. But I don't know why people don't want to think like that. I guess because they think they got to be in front of their computer to trade this crap. But you don't really have to be there. I mean, it certainly would be nice to be there because you're like, wow, I like to see my baby being born, you know. Do you want to be in the delivery room? I don't know. You know, maybe, maybe not. So I guess it's a matter of taste, you know, as far as what you consider to be, you know, your lifestyle, which you can handle risk-wise, but I don't think it's really necessary to risk. Wow, look at this, all these dark candles. You know, it's just terrible. Yeah, but so it's like, here, just go to line chart. Look at this thing off the daily, off the 100. Yeah, look at that. It's crazy, huh? Gotta bounce off that 100. Can't get above the 100. Look at the 100. Look at that 100 handle. Look at this crap. Top, bottom at the 100. Here's a nice setup. This is just stuff just jumps out at you. I mean, how can you miss this? How can you miss this, right? Well, you know, and then they say, here's another myth that kind of cracks me up. You know, well, yeah, this is, you know, sure. Yeah, well, hey, man, like when I buy down here, like when I bought gold at 12, below the cleft on gold, come on. That was a good trade. Come on. Give me a break. These are great trades. Okay, you're going to buy, look at this. Double bottom becomes a top. Boy, what a velocity. That's the daily. Okay. Here's the target for, well, if you're going to buy here, you're going to want to get out here. And try to make 200 pips on that. But I don't know. I think we go down a little bit more. But certainly for the if you can't start nibbling on this thing, and as it tanks some more, just buy down here. Another 70 pips deep, you know. But definitely want to be getting out here. That'll be my. This is the first target. Is this previous bottom? Just here. Okay, that's my nail